Hey everyone, so in this video I'm gonna show you how you can install Ubuntu 23.04 or Nrjstar in your VirtualBox. The steps are quite simple and easy to follow. So without any further delay, let's get started. So you're gonna have to go to this website ubuntu.com. The links must be in the descriptions, and we're gonna download Ubuntu desktop. You can see there are quite a lot of versions for Ubuntu Cloud. We're gonna install in desktop, so we're gonna choose that. You can also see there are different versions, LTS version and the latest one 23.04. We're gonna choose that. Let's download. I have already downloaded in my system, so I do not need to download this again. Obviously, how can you forget Oracle VirtualBox? So we can also download this alongside Ubuntu ISO. I'm on Windows, so I'm gonna choose Windows host. If you are on Mac, then you can choose that. I have already downloaded it and I have also installed it. For the virtualization platform support, you also have to turn on the features in Windows. Just search for turn Windows features on off and look for virtual machine platform. You can enable it. It will ask you to restart the system. Without any worries, you can restart. Now, after installing VirtualBox, you will be at this GUI and you're gonna name your Ubuntu virtual machine. Simply name it as whatever you want and the folder where you want to install the system. I like to install in other drives than C by creating folder called Ubuntu, and also I can now select the ISO image that I had downloaded earlier. It will detect the system that it is Ubuntu 64-bit. You can just skip unattended installation. It will simply ask to provide usernames. Now for the memory, the 4 GB is required, but I can also provide 3 gigabytes because I'm in VirtualBox. And do not try to go far behind above that green area. And you can also provide CPU core. Now you can always give extra memory later. 25 gigabytes is okay. Now let's go to settings and advanced section. I can go and do bidirectional clipboard if you want to use clipboard from your host to guest machine. Display video memory, I can max that out and enable 3D acceleration for better performance related to videos or any 3D rendering. Now I can start the system. It is powering up the virtual machine, and there it is. Don't worry about other options, just try or install Ubuntu. There are the notification that the mouse is integrated. You can cut that. You can see the window is not full. We're gonna solve that later. Now after it reboots, it will prompt up this welcome Ubuntu screen that preferring Ubuntu. This is the default installation of software they provide. Okay, it is getting prepared. Feel free to choose the language that you want. I'm gonna go for English. Install Ubuntu and the keyboard settings that you want to use. Wired connection. I can also install third-party applications, software, erase, and this is the default partitions that it made. Select your time zone, location, and provide the name that you want. I'm gonna enter mine. If you have a nickname for your computer, you can also enter that. This is the convention that I like to use along with my computer nickname, Ubuntu, along with OS mod. Just a convention that I use, which you'll see quite a lot. I can, yes, username is nice, and the password should be pretty strong. I'm just enter some weak password so that it will be easy for me to log in. Just next. It is a nice option that you can choose the light and dark mode before installing the system. Of course, I'm gonna use a dark and next. So you can see now it is installing the system. You can always check all the how is the system is getting installed by clicking on that terminal logo over there. It has support for everything from development to gaming. Yes, you can see the logs while installing the system. I'm gonna minimize it and come back. So after installing the system, it will boot into this screen. Ubuntu OS, the operating system, is starting, of course, within VirtualBox. And since I do not have any installation media, just press enter and it will now boot the system again. Just enter the password that you provided earlier. Mine was easy to follow. Now you can see you are on the inside Ubuntu OS in virtual machine. How cool is that? You can skip all the accounts that you want to integrate in it. I'm just gonna do next and done. You can check all the apps that are installed from here. And first thing is you want to update the system. Of course, that command apt update. To bring up the terminal, you can enter Control Alt T. It will bring up the terminal, or you can also search from there. I like to use shortcuts, so it is Control Alt T to bring the terminal. And we can enter sudo apt update and apt upgrade to update the system. First, okay, you can also ask, you can also use software updater to update the system, or you can use that command to update the system. I will use command is the terminal to update the system. -y stands for yes, for all the yes no questions it may ask. Just to wait for the system to update. You can see it is installing, updating mine. After updating the system, it's time to fix this screen. Just insert the guest add-on and run the system. Enter the password, authenticate it, and it will install the system. Guest add-ons. So after installing, you can fully screen, of course, switch, and here it is. It is operating system Ubuntu is running with full screen in Windows 11 in a VirtualBox. You can check all the apps. You can also uninstall these apps which are not needed to save storage. A new folder, wallpaper settings you can change according to your likings. And after we are done with this, we can simply unmount it or eject it. Now for the people who like to delete this operating system, you can just minimize the window, VirtualBox window, and it will, first of all, I need to close the system, power up the machine, and right click on this Ubuntu and remove. Delete all files. It will entirely delete your operating system which is installed in VirtualBox. Now you can always increase the memory if you are feeling like the operating system is running quite slow. So that's pretty